intro.
Yeah, we are live in studio
All right.
with Jordan and Anna of Craft
Gourmet Bakery.
Yes. So, what the hell did you guys do today?
They brought some bangers in for us.
Yeah,
by
like
the way.
unbelievable. Look, I don't like cake. I don't really fucks with the cookies unless they're like chewy. But they have this like confetti cake cookie something.
Yeah.
Look, she's eating it right now. That shit is delicious, dude.
Hitters, boy.
Yeah.
Straight
So,
up.
funfetti cookie, born from the desire to use as much scrap as possible.
Word.
I'm super adamant about a zero waste kitchen.
Yeah.
They're like fishers. You know, because fish people don't like a lot of fish go to waste.
Fish people.
Right.
Yeah.
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 No, but
Well,
actually,
I mean, yeah, that's how a lot of kitchens should be, though. You
Well,
know,
yeah,
that's
for
how
sure.
like that's how it
there's
should
so
be.
much waste in a kitchen if
It's
you're
insane.
not like paying attention to it, for
It really
sure.
is.
Actually, both of the things we brought you were born out of scrap because the maple bacon
yeah.
pull apart
I didn't even think
was
of that.
for using our Danish dough scrap.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
explain that. It looks like a log of like awesomeness.
it really does.
It's a good description.
It's a bunch of tiny squares of Danish dough layered with, we make a cayenne pepper and brown sugar rub, if you will.
So it's gonna be spicy?
A
a
little,
little
bit of spice.
little bit of spice.
It's not
Just
overwhelming.
enough.
I fucks with it.
A little spicy.
it is
yeah.
spicy.
So Danish squares, rub, and chunks of bacon, and we layer it all up, and then we put this sexy maple glaze over the top of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Anything
it's all
involving
things.
glaze is pretty banger.
Anything with glaze in the name, I'm in. Straight up.
Dude, it's wild to think like that. I always imagined cinnamon to be such a sugary thing, but it's a spice.
It
Oh,
is.
yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Like, so I don't even think like, oh, you could use other spices to
Cinnamon
be.
Because
It's a
it's not
surprising
sweet
ingredient.
alone, you
Yeah.
know.
I
Have
think
you guys
people,
ever done the cinnamon challenge?
Oh my
No,
lord.
no.
That seems like something you guys would do.
No.
Like live, like right now.
That would be a good idea.
We still haven't. I've been talking about ordering umeboshi, like plums, like the super sour plums, to get us to eat on the podcast.
Dude, that was
We
like
need to
our
do
second
that.
podcast.
It was a
ever we
long
talked
fucking
about.
time
Yeah.
ago, and I don't know
Out
what
of date.
I don't know what I thought about the other day. I was like, holy shit, we never got those. And I was
Yeah.
like, damn.
It was because we were doing like a super hot noodle challenge,
Oh,
which was,
yeah.
dude, the noodles were like fucking super tame.
Oh no. Wow,
Like,
that's
they were
disappointing.
fucking
You're like,
hot as
I'm
shit.
ready to
He
get
was crying.
wrecked.
No,
and-
they were hot as shit. Okay, he's just trying to be like, no, they weren't even
No,
hot.
I mean they were
Yeah,
like
they were
the noodles
hot,
were like
dude.
that red, but they were not even like they weren't like you see people crying to finish them.
Hey,
But
I
do
mean,
you
I
eat a
was
lot of
seeing
spicy
people.
food?
I was seeing people crying
Hey.
to finish them, but like
You're like, not
Listen,
naming any
bro.
names over
Yeah.
here, but
it was hot.
it's the
man.
one with the chicken with the fire.
It's
out
on.
of its
The
mouth.
chicken's on fire.
Yeah,
on
yeah,
the front
yeah.
of it.
And it's shooting fire out of its mouth.
Yeah.
Seems
I had
spicy.
to like literally train myself to be able to eat spicy food. Like my sister
I'm good.
would like she was like, you have to eat at my house every single week, and each week I'm gonna increase the spice increment because you're a little baby.
No, I just don't feel the need. It's like, I'm good. I'm okay with my spice
Dude,
level.
see, now that I'm older, yeah, I'm like, I'm way more interested in flavor. But when you're a
Yeah,
young kid,
hey.
you're like 5, 6, 7.
old
your
soul,
dad's
bro.
like, this shit is the hottest shit ever, and you're like, watch this.
What?
Oh, I have
Old
to sign
soul.
a waiver?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, they used to take me to like wing places that would have like the hottest wings, and if you eat them, they're free.
Oh man.
So like, I got used to eating really hot things.
Really
'cause we were poor,
and not
dude.
paying
Oh.
for nothing.
Yeah, dude.
all money based.
It was, dude. Like they had
Yeah.
this bar, dude.
Yep.
That bar, dude.
You know.
You know
That
the bar
one
with the wings.
With the
that was
wings
hot?
at?
That shit was.
You know the bar with the wings? Ah, yeah, that one.
It was banging, dude.
Yeah.
It was.
Giving wings away, huh?
Well, for little kids that like hot shit.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
So
good though.
what got you guys into being a bakery?
Well,
Like
that's
what-
all over there.
So getting out of high school, I was like, fuck, I gotta go to college. Interesting enough, you can get a culinary degree in 18 months.
Oh wow.
So I did that, and I was always like baking stuff for the family growing up. It was like a hobby. And probably around the time that I went to culinary school was when the conversation was arising of like it being actually a career path. You know, that it used to not
being
be
a chef in general.
It used to not be a
and-
thing.
Yeah.
So really just like stuck with it. School was fun, but I went to school in Louisville, Kentucky, and there's some great restaurants there.
Yes.
That I had the opportunity to work at, and that's really where I felt the most inspired.
What like gravitated towards like baking stuff versus like being like a regular chef? Like I assume they're so different.
I think
like
it's your sweet
pastry
tooth.
chef,
Yeah,
and bakery.
I've got a major sweet
I think it's
tooth.
definitely
Really?
just
Yeah.
what she likes eating. Yeah.
And just I'm really great at balancing flavors. I think that America is overrun with like sugar and sweets and this and that. And I tell everybody salt is the most important ingredient in the bakery.
Yeah. You'll get that when you try
Because
that
it
maple
brings
bacon.
balance.
Yeah.
You know, everything has to have the right balance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you fuck with spicy or?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we haven't had that yet, so I don't know.
I know we
Like,
should have had you try it first, but
Yeah.
yeah.
But in your regular everyday food, do you fuck with spicy stuff?
Yeah.
Like
I like
chicken sandwiches?
I love some spicy chicken
So
sandwich.
so where you stand on the spicy chicken sandwich debate?
What was the best?
Yeah.
Two Bird Street Food.
Oh,
Spicy
What?
chicken sandwich.
Two
Oh no
birds.
no no no
that
no!
doesn't
We're not
count.
talking about like people that make their food.
What,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Popeyes?
Okay,
Not
so
like the people that make it.
This is about serious.
We're
stuff.
we're talking about
Popeyes
cook-
versus
exactly
Popeyes versus Chick-fil-A
Dang.
versus.
versus
Uh-oh.
whoever else is in the
We're in
running.
like double hot
versus-
water being gay answering that question.
Why do y'all fucks with Chick-fil-A?
I do.
Like you, hold on, you,
Chick-fil-A?
hold on. I don't
Hold
want to
on,
be
hold
biased.
on,
I don't want to
hold on,
sway
hold on.
you.
You have to answer this
Never
question
said
correctly.
nothing.
Because there's
have to-
two things. So
you have to
what
ask.
is the best regular chicken sandwich and what is the best spicy chicken sandwich?
Oh man, I don't have answers for that.
What?
You gotta have a go.
You are in the food industry, dude.
yeah, but we eat local, baby.
Popeyes,
It's
No.
right around the corner, dog.
New Orleans,
But
dog.
like what
right
we're saying
there,
is,
cuz.
like, for instance, there's kind of what she said was Two Bird Street Food, and they carry our bread too, and they do make a mean spicy chicken sandwich.
Dude.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
So when we're
Perfectly
craving that, we do go
crispy,
there.
Perfectly spicy.
See, I've seen a lot
they-
of local places doing chicken sandwiches, and every single one of them look amazing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But I just never, as like a time frame, they're like doing it for a week, and it's like that week I can't make it or something. And I'm
That
like,
is the only
fuck.
bummer.
That is the bummer. Availability.
Yeah,
and,
for
like,
sure.
Convenience.
I think
is
that's
a
why
thing.
Brown Bagger is killing it. Is because they're so consistent.
Yeah,
They're
sure.
like in the same spot, even though they're a food truck. They like stay where they're at, and you know when you
Yeah.
can find them.
Constant.
Yeah.
Yeah, they stay.
That's pretty key.
Brown bagger and miso or
A miso, yeah.
miso.
Because it's miso, like
Me
miso.
Cali, Sue Cali.
Yeah.
So like they are the most like in one place that I know of. Like
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
Rusty
for
just
sure.
opened his spot at Rustic Spoon, but
Rustic Spoon, yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's supposedly gonna be there
And
at
he-
Pretty
Emerald
consistent
Public.
Yeah,
hours,
yeah.
Which
Yeah.
I love for the food truck scene.
yeah.
I do like that that's becoming more of a staple because when food trucks blew up, it was more like you had to be following them on
Travel,
Instagram
yeah.
and like hope that you got there. Like
Oh
Misu,
my
I
God,
would like
yes. Dude,
stand
like-
in line and then you'd get there and you'd sell out and you're like, no.
People
Yeah.
would tell me about donut food trucks, and I was like, okay, cool.
Lido,
Where is it
yeah.
at? And they're like,
Yeah,
I don't know.
exactly.
I thought
Follow
it
them
was-
on Twitter. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, I was like, I don't have Twitter, and they're like,
Which is
fucking, you ain't got
unfortunately not
donuts.
accessible because
They
there
ain't
are
getting
people
donuts.
who don't have that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do.
Yeah.
I honestly, I do like that. Like a part of that is attractive to me though, where it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you know what I'm saying, like the tight knit, where it's like,
Yeah.
all
I
right,
was
we're
thinking
gonna
of
be
that 'cause
here.
I watched Big Jerk's episode.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and they were talking about how they don't want to get too big because they do like the allure of like
Yeah.
being
Yeah.
excited.
You know what it's like? It's like Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist and that band they were chasing, where it's Scratchy or something.
Where
They
they
were
did
like-
pop up. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like it was on the bathroom stall, and then they would see a flyer, and it's like, "Who's Fluffy?" I think, or something like that
I
was the
don't
band.
remember, yeah.
What
Yeah,
you're talking
it's
about, man.
okay, dude.
What even is this conversation? You know?
I'm just saying,
That
like
one. What
the
you were
allure
talking
of
about.
it being so like
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
hard to
Exclusive.
find. Yeah,
Yeah,
like it's like a secret show or
exclusivity,
something. Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But then, like
Definitely a thing.
that works with shows, but how would that work with food? Because
I
you
think
want to
it's
have
just
an
not
audience, right?
sustainable. That's how you get your like
the draw,
The
the
draw,
initial
yeah,
like
and
everybody talking about it.
Your base
For sure.
fan group, your base like clientele,
Yeah.
and then you have to kind of be like, okay, sustainability wise, what's my menu? What I'm doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, because you kind of did that with the bakery, like we do all kinds of stuff because we do bread, breakfast, dessert, coffee, gelato, and she was like, I'm gonna start all of this and see what sticks. And everything stuck, and so like then
and now
you
you're
have
like
to,
shit.
yeah, well, kinda,
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
you're like,
yeah.
I'll do mulberry
You're like, I was-
scone.
Yeah.
And you're like, those were the only mulberries we knew of.
yeah.
I was really hoping not all those would stick. I gotta be here at 2 a.m. to start all this shit.
Yeah, bread crew comes in at 10 p.m.
Maybe you
Y'all
should
start
do like
10 p.m. the night before.
We're about, well, when we're closing at 7, we're about 2 hours shy of a 24-hour operation. My first guy comes in at 10 to start mixing doughs, laminated croissant dough.
That's crazy.
And then it just snowballs from there.
I can't even imagine. Like we don't do the bake things, right? You know, we don't do that. So like, but we still come in. Somebody's there at 9, 10 in the morning, and we open at 5, and our service is 4 hours. You know, 5 hours. So it's like I can't even imagine in a in an operation like that it's pretty much 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
Like that's insane.
You can twist it too.
Prep is pretty wild.
Question,
Sure.
like, what is the main difference between pastry and bakery? Like, are you a pastry chef, or is that the wrong term to say about you?
Well, technically, she's both.
It's kind of all encompassing.
Like, are you a baker or
I think that's just
paster?
how you address
A
a sweet
paster.
chef, is a pastry chef. But pastry, I would say, goes for like all of our kitchen. You know, we have a tendency to call one in the bread team and the other in the pastry team. But the bread team is cranking out a lot of really great pastries. So kind of just an all-encompassing word of like a sweet chef.
Yeah.
Sweet chef? That's it.
Sweet chef.
Sweet
He's
chef.
such a
Or you can
sweet
just call me
chef.
sweet chef.
What is Spanish for sweet?
Dulce.
Dulce chef?
Dulce
Oh, yeah,
jefe.
Dulce
Dulce
chef?
chef.
Dulce
What is
jefe.
chef in Spanish?
Jefe.
Jefe.
Dulce jefe?
Dulce.
Jefe dulce. They say
You would say
they say
chef
the noun
sweet?
first and then the adjective after.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah.
Are you talking about right now?
No, like in Spanish, they
Oh,
say
yeah.
noun and then adjective after.
Right now.
Right.
What?
I just say what I mean right now.
Yeah. No.
You said now. Never mind.
It's fine. I'm lost. I'm in the conversation, and I don't even know where we're going. I'm driving the conversation. Bring out the map, dog.
No, dude.
Fuck, yeah. So when you were in Kentucky, were you doing mostly like food stuff? I mean, not food stuff, but doing like savory.
In culinary school, did you
Were
touch
you doing
food?
like food? Were you like food
At what point
culinary?
did they start introducing food?
Yeah.
Or was it just
Yeah,
dishes?
halfway. It was like halfway through.
Washing dishes.
But
and shit?
were you doing like gastronomical, like savory stuff, like working in kitchens, or were you
Yeah.
kind of transitioning to
No,
the
so
pastry stuff?
you totally have to go through the basics.
Yeah.
And you do basic culinary, and you learn knife skills, and you learn about meats and braising and bones and all of that.
Y'all brine at all? I know about brining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little sweet tea, Brian.
Okay, I don't know that one.
Yes. So you learn a level of savory stuff, and then you kind of break off into your more defined sections. Some people will go like more deep into hospitality in general, or restaurant management, or sweets.
How like prevalent is like savory in pastries? Like everybody obviously knows about sweet pastries because they're like donuts, fucking French toast.
We got some savory stuff going on.
Cookies.
Yeah. I'm all about the savory pastry.
What is your go-to one? Is it the
Well, so the maple bacon pull-apart has really become the crowning jewel of
Yeah.
the like sweet, savory, umami kind of thing. But I would say the OG savory pastry is probably the croissant.
Savory croissant.
Yeah.
Like it's literally called.
The savory
We do
croissant.
a ham and Swiss and chive and black pepper, and we roll it up in our croissant dough.
Okay.
We've recently
You've got my attention.
we recently turned that into a club croissant. I don't know who decided this, but now we put ham, turkey, bacon, Swiss, chive, cheddar, and black pepper all in the croissant dough and roll it up.
And it's so great too
And
because you
it's-
just like it's all together. So you just pop in the toaster and you have like a whole meal there. But we also have bacon
Ooh.
cheddar chive scone.
Black garlic Danish roll.
Oh,
I wanna taste a black garlic thing.
Yeah.
Every
Oh, yeah.
Let's
every
talk about
chef
black
person
garlic.
Yeah.
period
Well,
has been
that's-
like
yeah,
black
the
garlic
farm-
this, fucking black garlic that.
Recently, within the last like 2 years, it's blown up.
yeah.
Black
They're
garlic has
all-
been crazy.
Black
Yeah.
garlic is like the supreme of
Yeah.
chef
Oh yeah.
world.
It's gonna
It's
have.
like-
great
It's gonna
product.
have. Yeah.
and it's great people making it.
Well,
That's
it's
why.
new, and it's new.
Yeah.
You know, chefs love their new ingredients, new techniques, and it's not common that something new comes along that generates so much excitement.
Well, and so many
within the
variety
industry.
too.
Yeah.
Like you can do so much with it. Like there's black garlic honey that we use. There's black garlic.
We have a black garlic syrup.
We have black garlic baguette that we and talk about no waste. The way we make that is soaking the leftover skins of the black garlic.
So when you
So-
have garlic and you like pop the little bulbs out, that you
Yeah.
have all the paper left. So we soak that in water, and then we use that water to make a black garlic baguette.
That reminds me of, and this is like kind of off topic, but I was eating a banana the other day, and I was like, dude, how fucking wild and perfect is fruit? Like, it has its own
Amen.
wrappers.
Dude.
It's so great.
Honest-
And it's biodegradable, bro. It is.
biodegradable. That biodegradable.
Fancy.
Dude, it's
Man.
wild. Like, you don't have to
not
ask
wrong.
it or
Great.
grow it a certain way. It's like, no, I got this.
I know what I'm
I'm not
doing.
letting you see my innards.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, technically they did GMO it to be what it is today. Like a banana today is not what it used to
banana?
be.
One banana, please.
You're like, they used to be called bandanas. What we know
Got a
today as
bandana tree. On
banana.
my
Just saying.
yard.
really, they were soft on the outside then too.
Well, I don't know. I'm just saying, like,
Are these facts?
I can Google it real quick if you want, but I'm just
Ooh.
fact checking me over here.
No, I do know that the size of fruit is
for
very
sure.
handsy. Like
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
are
well,
like,
but
well,
even
get
like
that
the
bigger.
flavors of it
Hey,
and what
Let's
it
see what this
is.
does.
But yeah, and to make it obviously like last longer and
Yeah.
that kind of.
I know
stuff.
there was specifically with bananas that I almost said
You
bandanas.
fucked everyone up
I
on
really
that one.
almost
You're
said
like
bandanas.
bananas.
But there was some like I think they were getting from Central America or South America, and they were bringing them to the U.S. and everybody like fell in love with them in like the early 1800s or something. And then a bug came and wiped out the entire like wherever they were getting them
Bananas?
from. Bananas, yeah.
Holy
and so the
shit.
U.S. started making them because everybody loved them here. And we couldn't get them anymore, so we started. So the ones that we have now
Yeah.
are not the same ones they had 150
Oh,
years
right.
ago,
And-
because of that.
People don't think
See,
of like there's so
facts.
many different styles. Like, isn't a plantain a version of a banana?
Yeah, I think
Oh,
they're in the
yeah.
same
It's
family.
different, but
it's
it's-
like
yeah.
talk about more savory.
different.
And then
That's
you
a
have those little
savor.
mini ones.
See, those are more like of the original, because like a banana
Yeah,
you see
that's
now is like
exactly.
this fucking big. The OG ones are like tiny, they're little baby guys. You know,
Yeah.
so and that's also because of like they're using all kind of fertilizers and
Right.
hormones and stuff to grow them bigger.
Well, that's
But-
why like if you plant a seed from the grocery store, it won't
Yeah.
grow anything.
Yeah,
A
some of
seed from a
those-
banana.
Well, no.
Where are the seeds?
I was like,
in
they
a
have the
banana?
seeds.
No.
Is it the black shit in the bottom?
Well, how do you
I actually
plant a
don't.
banana?
I am now questioning
Excellent
that. I have
question.
no idea.
Well,
How would you
maybe
plant
it is that
banana?
black shit in the bottom because in every
But that's
banana,
what
when you
it's-
break it off, you like gotta
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
pick that little
Yeah.
part
Yeah.
because bananas don't shit. No,
I don't know, man.
Hey, it's like a shrimp. You know, you gotta like
Yeah, you
pull
gotta
that shit
pull
out.
the
Oh,
little
the like
Pull the
vein.
guy out.
Like
Yeah.
what if we find out that's bandana shrimp?
Bandana
Or
shrimp.
somebody call Bubba. We found a new way to cook shrimp.
What was
You
in them
got
cookies,
coconut
dude?
shrimp, bandana shrimp.
Bandana.
Oh man.
Yeah, bananas are wild, man.
Yeah. How often do y'all intertwine like fresh fruit into your
Oh.
stuff?
Almost daily.
All the
Yeah.
Not
time.
almost daily. Absolutely daily.
Yeah.
We get a lot of stuff from the farm.
Mm.
Mobile Highway.
Oh, word.
And that's who produces the black garlic.
black garlic being one of them. They ferment it here locally. but they're a great resource of local, fresh, in season kind of stuff.
That's super cool.
Do y'all fuck with any other like markets like Bailey's or anything?
Oh yeah, we have a partnership with Bailey's too. They also sell our pastries and stuff.
Word.
Nice.
Yeah, we've got a couple wholesale accounts around town, restaurant and market wise. So that's pretty cool too.
Yeah, that's one thing that I've like enjoyed about the restaurant, or the restaurant I was working at, is like we tried to use as much like local stuff as we could, like produce and stuff like that. And we even had a couple farmers coming over from like Louisiana that it wasn't like super local like Pensacola area.
Yeah,
but
you
to
know where your
still
food's
like,
coming
Yeah,
from.
but
absolutely.
the coolest part is like they pull an 18 like a big rental truck in the parking lot. You get to walk down the truck and taste all these different
really?
like
Cool.
and just be like, okay, I got 200 pounds of carrots, do you want like, and we're sitting there tasting all these fruits and stuff that they're growing. It's like one of the coolest things ever, dude, to be able to just sit and actually talk to like local farmers about like what's going on really, and then learn using their produce like that.
So are y'all mainly in coffee shop type situations, or are y'all also like in food trucks? And...
Oh yeah,
We're all over. I think our eldest wholesale account is probably Leisure Club. We started
Leisure Club slaps.
selling pastries there.
Do y'all know Big Jerk?
And then
Do y'all know them through that Leisure Club? Because that's where they originally were bottling their
well, we
stuff.
sell Big Jerk at Craft.
Okay.
So we're business buds.
But everything from like, so then the markets, Bailey's and Farm, they sell this stuff. And then a ton of restaurants. That's really the bread.
I almost don't want
to
to start listing them. Listing
our
them.
wholesale thing.
Yeah, I might miss one.
Like miss one and then wow.
It's too bad that like Walmart, Publix, shit like that don't sell more local pastries, because they make all their own.
But also talking about exclusivity.
Well, I mean, just locally. Like
Yeah.
maybe,
That's true.
like why don't they do local buys? So like the Publix on Mobile Highway would sell your shit or something like that.
Sometimes you'll see in some of those places like you'll have like
They'll
a
do
local
local
honey
honey,
or something, or
But
like
that's like got its own contract or something.
Yeah,
'Cause,
well,
like,
it takes a lot.
it's always honey, but I think
Yeah.
that has to do with like the
Distributors,
allergy
like-
thing.
I'm sure it's like I can't even imagine the hoops you have to go through to get into.
Just start claiming
Not
your
only
stuff
that,
helps
but you
with
have to
local
think
allergies.
about-
Labeling and packaging.
I was
and
about
that's
to
already
say-
difficult enough.
Yeah.
I was about to say it's
Yeah.
more also you wouldn't be able to feasibly produce enough to sell in a
keep
place
in
like
a-
that. Yeah.
Space is a big issue.
Employees.
So are you
are a
starting
big
to push
issue.
that space boundary now, where you're like pushing the limits of what you have?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
That's-
running that place almost 24 hours. I'm
That's
sure.
been
It's,
an issue. We're like 1,700 square feet. Probably 2/3 of that is kitchen. But it's still like just enough.
Yeah,
to-
we outgrew it probably
Yeah.
the moment we started.
I had an office, and the office had a couch because I spent so much time there. Well, got rid of the couch. Okay, so have like a desk situation, and now it's the wholesale bag and tag area. So there's no more office.
Well, we still, but it's
It's
funny
like a
because
little
we
bit.
sit there and have like are doing our office work, but they're
still,
so now our office smells like bread, and I have to just smell great bread
Dude, yeah, like
all day.
how do you resist the temptations of
we
what you're
don't.
cooking all day?
No, well, okay. This
There's
is my
no
big
way.
Did you not
fun
see
fact.
right
There's
now?
no way, dude. There's no way.
Just like think about after you cook a big meal,
Uh-huh.
and you're like,
Still hungry?
I'm not hungry anymore.
Oh,
No.
no.
Do you
No.
ever just cook like a huge meal?
But that's because you're eating while you're
and you're
cooking.
like, I don't want to. I'm not ready to eat.
I get,
I
that,
have
I get
never-
that way 100%.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're saying because it's
So
like,
same thing.
like even at like the
Hey.
Some People Suck Fest stuff,
I'm built
You're
different.
like, I
dude.
stay
There's,
hungry.
there's a difference between.
I'm never not hungry.
No,
Yeah.
bro, we're not talking about like sautéing a couple things and putting some in the oven.
No,
We're talking about like working for like 6 hours on making every sauce and like marinating stuff and pre-cooking stuff and doing all this kind of
Yeah.
shit. 6 hours later, and you're like everybody's eating, and you're like, dude, I don't even want any of this.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I'm good. You know?
Yeah, I'm not like that.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. I don't think you're understanding the.
It's not like a push-up, dude. I could eat. Like I could just eat. Like eat.
Yeah.
Like if I get annoyed with this food, I'm gonna move on to the next food.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The thing that I have an issue with is like I'll go sweet,
Stopping.
and now I gotta go savory. And now because I went savory,
I have
gotta
that
go
problem.
back
You
sweet.
gotta have
bro.
I do. I
Gotta
have
go
a really
sweet.
problem.
And then you gotta go
Tough.
back.
That's why.
It's a vicious cycle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing that stops me eating is sleeping, and that's only because I'm not awake.
Yeah.
I'm unconscious, so I physically can't.
Yeah.
Literally cannot.
Dude, I'm stuck in this body, but like I so wish to be in a bigger body. Okay, so my mind is just like, dude, we can do this.
Yeah.
If we work
You have
together.
the mind of a 350-pound man.
Yeah, dude. And that's just early on.
Yeah. You're
Like-
working up.
That's starting point.
You're
Yeah.
working up.
Early onset. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna work on late onset. Dude.
Oh.
Have you guys seen the show where it goes from fit to fat to fit? It's where the trainer goes with somebody that's like not wildly overweight, but they're like they need some weight loss, and the trainer will gain what they need to lose and then lose it with them.
That seems unhealthy.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not a good
So,
thing
like,
to do.
say
they
they-
only do one episode per trainer. They're
Yeah, no,
not doing this
exactly.
again.
And some of the
Yeah.
trainers like regret it for the rest of their lives because their body changes
Well, I was
so
about to say,
drastically.
you have no
Yeah.
idea how your body's going to change when you do
But
something
like
like that.
in theory, the first couple people to do it was like, this is like such a mind blowing thing to do that it like is inspirational to people, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then you got to think you have to eat so bad for so long to catch that weight up to them, then to lose it. It's gonna be still way easier for the trainer because his body's so in shape underneath. You're just eating really quickly. Because they have like 3 months to gain all the weight, and then they have I think like
that is like that gives me anxiety
It's
just thinking
so
about that. That's
bad.
so
hey,
bad.
that's the best part of the show.
I feel like they could
Just stop
find
watching
some-
after 20 minutes.
Yeah.
That's the peak.
Man,
That sounds terrible.
I watch TV as escape. TV that makes me anxious. I'm like,
Yeah.
So like
I can't do that.
I can't.
I can't be doing all the like. I started a documentary series called 3 Mile Island like an hour ago. I'm already like, dude, I don't need to watch this.
Yeah.
Like this hurt. You
that
know,
sounds familiar. What is that on?
it's about the. It's on Netflix.
on
but it's
Netflix.
But it's about the Pennsylvania like
Yep.
meltdown.
Nope. Nah, I got you.
Yeah, the three.
I've been wanting to watch that too.
Yeah, I started.
Did you
it.
watch Our Father?
No, I haven't. But I heard it's so fucked, dude.
Dude,
I heard it's so fucked.
So fucked.
I got like 2.5 episodes into the John Wayne Gacy tapes thing,
See,
and I was like, dude, I got to turn this shit off.
Dude,
it's
no.
hard. Well,
Did
not
y'all
that
watch
I
it?
don't
Get
steady
through it.
watch.
No?
Oh,
you probably don't get to watch TV.
True,
Like,
yeah.
don't get me
Not
wrong.
I can't, but like,
She definitely doesn't
This
like that stuff.
this is the issue though. On
She's
the
a
John
comedy
Wayne
queen.
Gacy one is
Yeah.
like Hulu did one, and Hulu slacks.
yeah,
And I watched the Netflix one, and it's all right.
yeah. Well,
The Hulu one?
Hulu went deep. They were probably
Bruh.
hard. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're also attacking different issues. Like the Netflix one,
They definitely do that.
Yeah.
like they'll address it from like a different point of view. So the Hulu one is more so like the complete story and like it encapsulates certain people going missing and stuff. But the Netflix one is so specific about like
Him.
them digging it up and
Yeah.
like it's just like
Well,
they're
Netflix,
both.
I'm sure, picks whatever's most
Yeah.
sensational.
Yeah, and what might have happened is like Hulu's dropped and they were like, "Fuck, we're already recording this.
Yeah.
We need
We
to
gotta
adjust
switch
our
this
point of
around.
view because
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was pretty quick after
Yeah.
that. Within 6-8 months, they dropped.
yeah."
that in
And I'm just saying, Hulu slaps.
there. It was pretty good. Huh?
Or it's Peacock. Fuck. It was Peacock the whole time.
Damn.
Oh no!
Plot twist. Yeah. So how do you like? How you not watch TV? Like, you just is food your TV?
I have to watch TV sometimes.
You have to. Me too.
Because I watch it, is what she was going for.
Okay. What are
there.
y'all? What is your go tos? I'm into
Lately,
TV.
Grey's Anatomy.
Okay,
I've
not
been
into that.
stuck, We've been stuck on Grey's Anatomy.
Look.
And the toxic culture that is Seattle Grace.
Is that another show or is that a person?
No, it's just the,
It's the
hospital they work
hospital
at.
in the show.
Seattle Grace is the
Yeah.
name of the hospital.
It
Yeah.
is.
All right, that's how you know. If you're applying at the
Listen.
job,
Red flag.
the hospital can't
Already
be its
back.
own
It's in the
person.
name.
Why is the hospital named?
Why is the hospital a personality?
Yeah.
We're just saying they're
Oh, yeah.
terrible employees there at Seattle Grace.
Aren't they like fucking or something?
All
They
of
all
them.
of them.
fucking.
Isn't
All
there a
of them.
thing?
Everybody fucks everyone.
It's more the
Is
way
it-
they talk to
Seriously.
customers, but I think this is gonna get me in trouble. But I think that's what I
Customers?
like about it, or
Oh.
you know, like their patients and stuff.
Oh,
like
yeah.
they'll
Okay.
like sit there.
They're like,
and,
"I wanna
rant,
buy
but they
diabetes."
get to say the thing that you would want to say to somebody.
Really?
Like, and so
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
so it's kind of cathartic in the sense of like, yeah, but it's also like if it was real life, that's exceptionally inappropriate for you to be
would've
saying to a
happened.
patient.
So it's like a
Never
romantic,
happened.
more serious Scrubs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Word.
can, I mean, you
So I
can,
fucks with Scrubs.
I do
I
like
fuck with Scrubs because it's funny.
We can
Yeah.
watch Scrubs.
The show is not funny.
Dude,
It's
them
not.
two
No, it's
together,
not.
period. They could do anything. They are like the Step
yeah,
Brothers
yeah.
movie. They could like be in anything together. They're funny. They were just in a credit commercial the other day, and I was like, all right,
Yeah.
Credit card. Like,
I'm
sign
like-
me up.
fucking yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that shit is good. Y'all don't fuck with like any like real life shit. I didn't know how to word it.
Sometimes
I think I'm too into
when
that.
we go to my sister's house.
Oh,
And-
this is not what he meant.
Like,
I don't think.
No. What is it?
Real life shit.
Give it to me.
Let's hear it. No, let's hear it.
It's real to me, damn it.
My sister's like, let's watch some trash TV.
Yes.
And we always watch.
Yeah.
Oh, you're like, no, that's what I meant.
The
Jersey
shit.
Shore, what's up, dude?
Circle?
Aw,
What is
not
the
that.
other
That's
one?
See,
different
I
trash.
told you.
What's the other? Married
Married at First Sight?
Yeah.
That's
We just
the
watched
shit.
that.
See,
All
that's
right.
his
We just
90 Day
watched that
Fiance.
last
90 Day Fiance?
Yeah.
That's his.
Watching
That's the
that.
shit.
See, I can't handle that.
Nope,
I
I'm
cannot
good.
do it.
The shit that gives you anxiety about the food show? Dude, do you know who Darcy and Stacy is? All right. So,
Okay.
Say
I'm going
the
to continue
new.
with the joke.
okay, so we just lost half our listeners. But, dude, Darcy and Stacy, they give me anxiety because they get plastic surgery, like, I don't know, every 3 years they fully update their bodies. Like, they look, like,
good.
they have 2 daughters, and their daughters are, like, those types of twins that aren't identical.
Oh, for sure. Paternal is the word you're looking for.
Okay. And they look great, the daughters. I mean, that sounds weird.
Wow.
I mean, they're like
Hey-o.
12, but what I'm saying is, like, you can tell they're...
You made it worse.
You shouldn't have said that part, dude.
No, let me clarify.
Stop.
They're young daughters.
What I mean is, like, their natural beauty, you can tell, right?
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
can tell, well, you don't know what their moms used to look like,
Right.
is the thing. It's like, but you can imagine, like, maybe their moms used to look like them, but now looking at them,
Yeah.
they don't look related.
The only thing I do like about that
Everything is like,
I appreciate that it's
they call it snatch.
they tell it, like they tell you. Like I appreciate that at least you know and you're seeing the process.
Oh yeah, dude,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
are
yeah.
so
Like-
about it too.
Yeah.
They're like
yeah.
getting my lips.
They're like
filled
open
and-
about the whole thing. Yeah.
They're like, we're
Right.
going to Turks and
This is-
Caicos to get my new face, and I'm like, I'm sorry, what?
Huh?
You can't return that, dude.
What?
That is it.
See, that is one thing I wish that we saw more in like the steroid side of things, because like we see,
Ooh, that's a
like,
good point.
like
Yeah, yeah.
like UFC and watching fights and stuff like that. That's all like, nope, nobody does it, nobody talks about it, fucking that's it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I see
And
what you're saying.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
think
I wish
that's
they
what
were
you're saying.
open
Right.
about that kind of
Well,
the
because
way
I
they
think-
are, you know, on that show.
Yeah, he's like, I'm on my fucking third.
Yeah, this is
Cycle,
my third,
dude.
Yeah,
Because I think it's
cycle, yeah.
like do what you want with your body, and I think that everybody should find their own journey and like being comfortable with it. But I do think, like for instance, this is a wig because I shaved my head in January,
Word.
and I cannot. For some reason, everybody's like, "Oh, I love your hair," and I'm like, "Thanks, it's a wig." Like I cannot not say.
Yeah.
You're
that,
just
I
being
feel
like,
like
yourself,
you need
though.
to be like,
Yeah,
But just
yeah.
because I just, you could have this too if you wanted it. Like you could
Yeah.
throw a wig on. I don't know.
yeah.
See, the only reason I feel like it's a little different in the situation you're presenting,
The competition side of it.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, and I get
but
that. But
if you're gonna do it, let everybody run wild.
But what I'm saying
Yeah.
is,
let it
what
be
I'm
known,
saying
like,
is,
do whatever you want.
like the
dude.
fucking the
man.
YouTube people and shit that are like,
Yeah.
no, I'm fucking natty, dude. It's like,
Yeah.
bro, you know you're not.
I'm
Yeah.
like, dude,
Fucking
your
tell me
titty
about
is
it.
literally
Yeah.
juiced. Like, I can see it leaking.
Like, yeah, he
It's
like
just-
walks into frame and he's still got a fucking needle hanging out of his ass.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
sorry
He's
about
like,
that.
"Oh,
It's like,
natural."
no, I don't do roids.
dude, I've watched
man.
ones where they're talking about like not the cycles they're doing, but they're like, dude, I don't do steroids, but I do inject this shit like once a week.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Okay. Hey, do you know what steroids are?
I'm sorry. Could you define
yeah.
that for me?
Yeah.
It's not like it's vitamin C, my guy. Like,
What do you think you're taking?
yeah, why do you have to inject it? I mean, not all steroids you got to inject, but also not all things that injected in you are steroids. But chill.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying.
No, I got it.
Yeah.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
So you don't fuck with no reality TV other than, I mean, those you didn't even fuck with. So
We also don't have
No.
time if we're gonna
There's
be
no time.
totally real.
Yeah.
No time.
there's no food shows you fuck with.
Oh,
I'll fuck with some food shows.
Yeah.
What's up?
Kids Baking Championship is
Dude, you know what I'm
the
talking
excitement
about?
right now.
good.
Do you fucking watch
Zumbos?
what?
Zumbos?
Zumbos?
Zumbo?
Yeah, it's a pastry show, I think, right? Cakes.
Yeah.
My personal favorite is
That's
Oh no, you almost got it.
that's the only one. That
You almost got
talks
it.
about
That
there's
wasn't the one though.
there's a what is the chocolate one?
Oh,
School of Chocolate,
Yeah,
and
that's
the
a good
chef Amari. I probably just butchered his name, but he's so cool, and I just really love his like vibe and kitchen culture, and like he's so encouraging, but still like teaches really well. But he doesn't like go in there being like you're a piece of shit, you know, like But and he makes such cool, realistic like chocolate stuff. Like he made a giraffe, like a full size giraffe the other day.
What the
Crazy.
That's insane.
See, I fucks with the British baking show.
Baking show?
yeah.
Yeah.
Bro.
That's where you'll learn some shit.
Paul Hollywood?
That is true, yeah.
All right.
But I feel like
Dude,
we
why
learned
do
a
you
lot from
have
that
so
chocolate
many
show, too.
shows?
Yeah.
Dude, look, a soggy bottom. See what I'm saying? I know words. I know
hip
words.
with the
dude.
lingo.
I know
words.
Okay. Like, I watched the show, dude. Did y'all fuck with the controversy where they had to get a new host?
Wait, what?
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
If you watch
I
original
vaguely
seasons,
saw.
there's
Yeah.
a different co-host with Paul Hollywood.
The older lady.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And then they got a different older lady.
Uh-huh.
You noticed that, huh?
They replaced the older
Wow,
lady.
there was a
again.
reason.
Wow.
What'd she
What
do?
It
was
was
it?
contract
Spill the
negotiations.
tea.
You also see, like, there's fucking...
I was about to, like, what's the scandal,
Yeah,
bro?
no, I was like breaking deep. I like yeah.
I mean, that's juicy
I
to
was
me.
like, oh, is he?
It's
Yeah.
juicy to me, dude. It's like,
Because they just had to get a new co-host.
Because that's, like, pretty common, I feel like.
yeah, because, like, I'm sorry, in the first, like, for example, Seinfeld, in, like, the first season, he has a different dad, and then all of a sudden he has a different dad for the rest of the seasons? Mm-hmm. Huh?
There's some shows that, like, start out with having kids, and they just, like,
No.
decide
Like,
that's
nah,
written off, and
we
then,
don't
like,
do
they
that
don't
no
address
more.
it. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck's up with that? Like, you address it. Just be like, well, you look a little different. You lose some weight.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're gross for in a weird way.
Yeah, it's like an inside joke.
Like they fucking Fresh Prince of Bel-Air had a different mom.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's
And that
like
was
wildly
a drama.
famous. Yeah,
Because I think she didn't get along with people.
exactly.
So do you know why they had to get a new one, or are you just letting everybody know?
Talking about British baking show?
Yeah.
Yes.
What happened?
Contract negotiations. They
Oh,
wanted money.
That was it.
Well, there's some other things, you know, personalities. I don't want to get into it.
I'm not going to get into it.
Yeah.
You've
No,
been
but
talking to the
they
people.
cleaned house, but Paul Hollywood was the only one that stayed through every season.
Well, good job, Paul. We
Yeah.
respect you for that.
Sticking it out.
It also, like, this is like a chef type question. How do you, like, refine or, like, polish or sharpen your palate to taste different things and things? I'm speaking from someone who just eats
Stuff.
Yeah.
I just eat stuff, bro.
Like, how do you eat and tell what it tastes like?
I feel like you're born with it or you're not.
Word.
You know, I don't
Well,
know.
I think that you're born with the curiosity or not, maybe.
Okay.
Like,
We can
But
call
I
it.
also
ate-
don't think that's a born with. I also think, not to throw you under the bus or anything, but like, I also think it's a difference between how you grew up. Like, you grew up in a house of people who like made food with their hands.
Yeah.
Like, I did not.
and maybe
Like,
you,
we
and
went
maybe you study the
to
flavors better than me or
Walmart
something.
chicken.
Because, like, he'll have something or he'll make something, and I'm like, man, this shit is cheesy. And he'll say, yeah, this got this in it. And I'm like, oh, I thought it was cheesy.
Cheesy
know?
was good enough for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, like...
I also think the more you eat stuff, the
I
more
mean,
you can like.
I'm
Well,
putting away a lot.
He eats
but
a
I'm
lot of
saying
stuff.
like the
I'm
more
at
you,
record pace. Okay?
Like, she has to taste. She would like keep tasting spoons in the kitchen, and you have to taste each thing. That was one thing you taught me, was everything has to be seasoned on its own. You can't like cook something and then season the whole dish. Like, everything has to have its own base seasoning.
Yeah.
So I think the more you
Whoa,
like,
that's cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm getting
There's a
my
lot
secrets here. Okay.
You know?
It's layered.
Yeah,
dog. It's like an
there's-
onion.
There's all kinds of shit. If this ain't seasoned right and you put it in with all this shit,
Yeah.
Everything has to be able to stand on its own.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
I fucks with that too because I was trying to make that cauliflower rice the other day, and I put maple syrup in it, and I was like,
Were you trying to use that as olive oil?
no, because look, I put teriyaki
Wait,
stuff in it, and
what?
it wasn't sweet enough. It was like, it wasn't strong enough. It was like G Hughes. Y'all know who G Hughes is?
Oh my.
Okay.
G Hughes.
G
Send
Hughes
the
is
check.
like a saint, dude. He makes all these low calorie sauces and marinades and brines and all this
How do you
shit.
spell Hughes? H-U?
Hughes.
Oh, not your style. That's
Yeah.
Chef Jordan Hughes.
Oh, word. Well, maybe
Wait,
you'll
Hold on now.
Maybe you'll
Soon to be
yeah.
Annalise.
Dude, if y'all are related,
Damn.
that'd be cool.
Hook it up with the sauces.
Yeah.
But I did the teriyaki thing, and it's like I only had like a drop. This is a drop in me. Okay. And I put it in, and it like
He's a
made the
saucy guy.
rice a different color,
Oh yeah.
but it didn't
Totally-
taste different.
It didn't taste different.
It wasn't enough. I had a whole bag of cauliflower rice. I put things away. You know what I'm saying?
What I'm trying to say here is I eat.
Yeah. So then I was like,
So
what
then
else
you
is
were like, maple
dark
syrup's
color?
the same color?
Oh my god.
So I got maple syrup and I put it in, and then guess what? It only tasted like maple syrup.
You don't say.
Yeah, so it was like it's cauliflower covered in maple syrup.
Yum.
Straight.
Yeah, then it'll go.
So you put teriyaki sauce
Uh-huh.
in your cauliflower rice, right? And
Yeah.
teriyaki sauce is like a darker colored
Yeah,
sauce,
so
right?
I thought
So then
I used
then
my
when
brain.
you realized
Yeah.
it didn't taste like teriyaki, you were like, what else is teriyaki colored?
Yeah.
And then you went maple syrup right off rip.
Okay,
Maple
well,
syrup.
I didn't want to throw in eel sauce right off.
That's the move.
I feel like that would be a better
Are you a
move.
nerd?
Sauce
Idiot.
would have been so
Hey.
So much better.
Hey, can I address this issue though?
Go ahead.
Today, I did just eel sauce, and
Yeah. What's up?
Was
it was
good?
better.
Way
Yeah.
better.
It was better. I'm not gonna lie, it was
because
better.
because
We're
it's
learning.
like
It's
really
good.
close to the same thing.
The issue was the calories. Like the maple syrup
Oh
had
my
5 calories per
God.
serving.
I feel like
Eel sauce has
is
35.
the perfect umami between maple syrup and teriyaki.
Dude. Eel sauce?
You know?
Yeah,
I
it
say
would
this
have been
way
way
too
more
much.
teriyaki with.
I say this way too much, but you put eel sauce on dog shit, I will eat dog shit. Eel sauce is different. When you talk about things that are built different, eel sauce is built
Man,
different.
saying that, I'm especially amazed that you chose maple syrup before than you.
Yeah,
Dude.
I know, right? And he's
Well,
got
I'm
a
a
gallon
big
of it in
maple
the
syrup
fridge,
fan.
so it's like,
Yeah.
Funny.
Yeah. Well,
I cannot believe. Well,
name
actually, I
another
can
thing.
believe- I
Well,
totally
I
can.
was thinking like soy sauce, but it's too thin. It wouldn't like
Okay, but
thicken
the
up. You know what I'm saying?
would you?
Am I cooking this wrong?
You're crazy.
You're crazy, man. I love you, but you're
Sometimes,
crazy.
man. Sometimes you hurt my head. I'm not even there.
Look,
I'm like,
and look, like sometimes I'm afraid to tell my truth
yeah.
because of this.
I mean, I'm gonna make fun of you.
Oh no,
for
you're
sure,
not a safe space.
But
Yeah.
then I'm gonna be, and then I'm gonna help you. You know,
Yeah.
like the chicken pot pie incident.
Oh,
I'm
no.
gonna.
I'm so glad you said
wait to hear
this.
about
So listen to this. So like I do those pizzas, right?
Yeah.
I figured out a new way to do them, and I just roll them. So I thought, put a tortilla in the hot place, the oven, and then you just do you do the chicken in the air fryer, you
what
chop
I'm
it up,
working
but
with
then
over
you know how you make
In the
like a
hot place.
fajita? You put gravy as the base, like the cream of mushroom.
Say fajita.
Yes, it's called a simile or something. So you put the gravy in the thing down, and then you put the frozen vegetables, and then you put the chicken, and you roll it up and bake it, like air fry it. Chicken pot pie roll up, dog. That's patent pending.
I would try it.
I
It
know,
sounds
dude.
legit.
I know.
Well, and
So
you
it's
just had
maybe
a
not like
chef
my maple
say you
syrup
should
thing,
try
but
it,
it's
so-
it's something that can be mass produced, dude.
Yeah.
So we can put maple syrup in it too.
I mean, dude, what?
Fuck it.
In my kitchen,
Dude, maple
there
syrup is
are no
everything.
boundaries.
Yeah.
Everything is up to
It's got
interpretation.
cinnamon
dude.
toast crunch flavored seasoning. And maple
Dude, you
syrup
can make
everywhere.
cinnamon toast crunch
Hey, we do
out
a lot
of
with cereal, actually.
Do you know what a lavish
baking.
is?
Yeah.
I assume you
A
know.
lavash?
A lavash, yes.
Yeah.
You know Joseph?
No.
He makes lavash.
No.
They're like everywhere, like Publix, Walmart. It's like a mass-produced thing. But if you chop them up in little squares and you just bake them in the air fryer and then put that's cinnamon toast crunch, dude. Low cal. I'm
We
putting you
love
on
cereal.
game, dude.
Damn.
I'm letting all my secrets out. I'm gonna stop.
I need to be quiet.
All right. What's the craziest fucking ingredient you think you have in something where you're like, whoa, this might not work, but it did?
Whoa.
She got something right off rope.
I'm gonna see
What?
if you
Yeah.
come to the same conclusion though.
What?
Well, I was
You're
gonna
like,
say
Bill
the-
Pickles.
Ube?
No,
Ooh.
but that's good too.
What'd you say?
Banger.
Ube,
What is that?
It's like a.
Asian
It's
like a
potato.
purple-
it's like
Yeah.
a sweet potato,
Yeah,
but
purple
it's
sweet
Oh,
It's
what
from
is
the
it?
root
Yeah, yeah.
family, like purple. Some purple
Or-
potato.
I
I
was
like
gonna say
purple.
goat cheese in gelato. 'Cause
Yeah.
we do
Yeah.
honey
Goat
goat cheese in
We
gelato.
do
'cause
honey lavender
Oh,
goat
nice.
cheese.
And it is.
gelatos.
so good.
That sounds fire.
Yeah.
We went to a coffee shop, I guess, in New Orleans. It's called Drip.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the Affogato bar.
Yes.
Actually, we went there.
Y'all went there already?
Together, yeah.
Dude, it
That
was
place is
so
fire.
good.
Yeah.
So good.
That's funny.
That's wild that you
man.
instantly knew. I
The
think
only-
we've told that story to
what a
people, and they're like,
flashback.
I don't even
What
know
are
what
you
that
talking
an affogato
You know,
is.
and the last time we were there, we were like, we should go to that place, and then we couldn't find it or couldn't
Well, I
remember the
think they're
name of it or
closed.
something.
Unfortunately.
It was precariously placed.
It was, and it was like this big.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? It was
I
the doorway.
surprised at the size of it.
Yeah.
But when we went, they said they were like closing. So maybe it's not the same place.
What?
Because they
Yeah, you
were.
said Drip.
This was pre-pandemic.
But that
No,
was
this
this
was
was
a-
like 5 years ago.
Yeah, this was a
Oh,
while
yeah.
ago.
They went before we
Because
did.
I remember going
Yeah.
and then being like, actually, this is our last week here. So.
Damn, that sucks.
So you guys can come to Craft Gourmet Bakery and
And
get
get an
affogato.
affogato.
Really?
We'll
Y'all
pull
do
up.
ice cream?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gelato.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
She goes, let me get higher.
She said,
She's finally near
Pull
the
it
mic
close.
now. Yeah.
Say it with me. Hell yeah,
we
dude.
don't have to
What
pull
kind
it
y'all
fucked
got?
up.
Because affogato
It
is
changes so
Americano
much.
on ice cream,
Well,
right?
it's traditionally a shot of espresso, and you pour it over.
Because Americano is a
gelato
whole drink.
of your choice.
Word.
We have like 7 different gelatos on a daily basis.
And that's all in-house made?
Oh, yeah.
That was my first job out of culinary school, was making gelato at this restaurant. And I fell in love with the process and just the different things you can do with it. It's so fun.
Dude, I'm a big fan of all things cold and creamy.
Hell.
Hey.
Hey.
So was that kind of the first thing that you wanted to bring to craft? Was the gelato side of it? Or,
You know,
or
Craft is kind of like this whole whirlwind of all of my favorite things throughout my career, which is kind of cool. The gelato was my first job. We have this thing, it's a total knockout cookie, and one of my first jobs, I had to make 200 of them a night for
What?
for dinner
is-
service.
what is
And
this?
I fucking hated it. It's a chocolate shortbread cookie.
Mm-hmm.
You have to roll it super thin, and then you cut out each piece, and it's a cookie sandwich. So you have to have 2 cookies to make 1 cookie.
So you're making 400 of
So you're
these.
making 400 fucking cookies.
Like, fuck this.
And
She
the
said, "I'm
first
bringing it with
thing
me."
I
Yeah.
couldn't wait to do was make somebody else do it.
You're like, that's how I fell in love
Yeah.
with being
I did it.
craft.
I did it.
Because I want to teach
I
other
showed
people how to do
one
this.
person, and
You
that was
didn't
it.
tell the worst part of it though, because there's the cookie,
Oh,
but
the
then
ganache.
it's a whipped white chocolate ganache.
That's how you know you're officially a part of the team, if you've been asked to whip the white chocolate ganache.
So you can probably arm wrestle pretty good, huh?
Oh,
yeah.
I bet you could, yeah.
Hilton?
Listen,
Because you're the second best in the room.
listen, bro. I'm gonna just put myself at the bottom.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We don't have to do this, right?
I mean,
We don't have to.
okay.
So it's a lot of this
Yeah.
for like a long time.
I see
Little
some of
bit
the
of
shit
this.
they have to do to like do like meringues and stuff,
Oh,
like on the
yeah.
British baking show, and I'm like,
Yeah, meringue is
bro,
tricky.
how do you not?
There's
Or
a lot of-
caramel?
A lot of stuff
Like, to
in
make
baking
legit
that's
caramel?
very tricky.
How do you not
Caramel,
blow
yeah.
your mind, dude?
Very tricky, very temperamental.
Yeah, that's why.
There's tame,
We make our own in-house caramel too.
tame the beast.
Yeah, I think that's why I was so. For me, I was attracted to the savory side of it, or the line side, I guess, because it's not as like temperamental
I feel like
and
it
very.
feels more flexible.
It is.
It is,
temperamental.
and that's
But
the
there
thing.
definitely is a degree of flexibility in baking that
Yeah.
I think a lot of people don't recognize.
Yeah,
Which
for
is
sure.
like where the different flavors and the salt and that sort of stuff comes into play.
Yeah.
So from an unexperienced person's point of view, is there a way to come back from being too salty on something? Like if you make something, and you're like, wow,
Depends.
Depends
hope-
how
Depends.
too salty you made it.
and what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Because like soup, you could like stick a potato in it. And
Right.
It'll soak some of that shit up.
Uh-huh.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But like,
Wow, pro tip.
if you're pro tip,
Yeah.
You know some shit.
put potatoes and stuff.
Do you know
on.
his
Potato.
background?
Yeah, global.
He works at Global for like
Oh,
ever.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Saturday's my
they-
last day,
Yeah,
but
because
you know,
you're going into
yeah.
real estate.
yeah,
Yeah.
real estate.
Wait, really?
Mhm.
Well,
Yeah.
congrats.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Maybe he can
Dude,
sell you
that's
your
like-
next big building. Probably not, but you know, we can wish.
Dang! Brought you up.
I didn't even start. I even started, and homie's already just fucking chopping me at the knees, man. Thanks for that.
Damn.
But he has cards already, so
Yeah, I do have cards.
Perfect.
You're
Big moves,
professional.
you know, headshots and things. It's
No,
crazy.
I don't even have a card
But-
yet.
What were we talking about before you just?
is it too
just
salty? Like, how
cut
do you
me
come
down?
back from being
Salty.
too salty? Yeah.
I mean, sugar can combat salt to a
But-
degree.
But I did the maple syrup thing, and y'all didn't like that.
Well, you maybe could have added like a little salt and seasonings. I don't know how maple syrupy. You got
Another
it, but-
thing too.
I mean, it probably tasted like that maple syrup.
it was very.
You were like,
maple
is this
syrupy."
just hardened maple syrup?
Oh, cauliflower maple syrup. Yeah, another thing too, man. If you're like making a batch of something, like if you're like
Oh yeah, you can just make the batch
add,
bigger.
yeah, you
Yeah.
can add stuff to kind of help with that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay.
no, I mean, but like with baking and stuff, I think it gets a little bit more sketchy,
Yeah.
you know, because
Yeah.
like, and with like if you're doing like quiches and stuff like that, where you're like, you know, making a batter and then cooking it off, even though it is savory like that, it's kind of hard to test like raw ingredients and then cooked because a lot of that cooks out.
Yeah.
So you have to kind of, you're playing a really weird game of
Well,
like, okay,
or
do I have
if-
enough in?
Or if you
Good
have a
guess
leavening,
game.
Yeah.
or if you have a leavening ingredient that you're activating with the salt,
Yeah.
you know, you couldn't back that up
Right.
at all.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be a fun game for you guys to do, like you three, because not me. I mean, it'd be funny if I was in it, but it wouldn't be like good. But like, do word association for like quiche. My immediate thing is breakfast. Is what I think of.
Nutmeg.
See, that's not what I think of.
That was not what
I think
I
of
was
like
going there
eggs,
either.
spinach,
Yeah,
bacon,
eggs, spinach,
crust.
Yeah.
But like,
I mean, I guess one that would not is a pastry. No,
Nope.
can't even think of the word.
Nope.
Nope.
flaky.
Oh, puff pastry. That's what I was trying to go for.
Yeah, I don't know. Like that is something I think of, or like maple syrup. How would that hit you? Where you at?
Canadian.
Canadian. Wow. See, you went like geographical.
Yeah, I went.
You went
I
geographic.
think because
Biodegradable.
I would have gone bacon, but that's where you were going.
Yeah,
You were
that's-
just trying to be
yeah,
okay.
bacon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unpredictable.
See, I think that would be a funny thing to film individually and then like
And then
reveal
layer
it
it.
all.
Yeah.
on-
That's a fun idea.
Yeah.
Layer it all together.
Do you guys know what cut videos are?
Like
Where they
videos
cut
that
a
are
lot?
cut.
I could tell right away you didn't know what it was.
Like videos when they're cut. Is
You
that
know,
what
like
you're talking about?
what is
I
another
feel
one,
like Cam right now.
no.
How to basic?
Like, you know what BuzzFeed is?
Where you
What?
have a bunch of different clips.
No, I've never been on the internet before.
Do you know what BuzzFeed is? What is your deal, dude?
Okay. So look, I'm gonna show you what a cut video looks like. It's not like anything weird. It's the name of the channel versus like what it actually is. Cut video. It's like this channel, and they do like interview style things
Yeah,
where
yeah.
they're
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
awkward situations, like
Oh, I watch
your
this stuff
dad
all the
goes
time.
through your mom's thing,
Because
right?
you do like take a shot or answer a question with your parents.
Yeah.
I would pay my parents money to do that.
But
with
then
me.
you'll
I
see.
would. I would. Oh.
But then you'll see them like sit down and like they'll show the answers or something, or like they'll judge like who's the hottest out of these 5 and like rank them or whatever. So you could do that about like these 5 donuts. What's the best appearing or like whatever, you know what I'm
Great
saying?
idea.
Yeah. But I think that would be funny to do like
Collab. Let's make this happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could do it. We can make it happen for sure.
mine's gonna be like the throwaways, the deleted scenes.
Those
like,
are the bloopers.
I was like,
for
"Hi, I
sure.
didn't get in the video. I did the editing. What happened?"
I edited myself out.
Yeah, I was like, it wasn't good. We had to get that guy out of here.
Oh man, that
Yeah.
would be really fun though. We could make that happen for sure.
Yeah.
I feel like we could bake some different things.
Yeah.
Get some different random people.
I'm trying to think
And
of
then
what I
first
could
up.
even bake.
Cauliflower maple rice. Maple cauliflower rice.
Bring it on.
you
You
go,
gotta have
dude.
some like things to
But-
throw it
but
up.
does
You know,
the-
yeah.
Like, you had the good stuff and
Maple,
that.
Does my thing have
What
to
do you
be
call
sweet?
that?
maple
No.
fried cauliflower rice, man.
Because if my thing doesn't have to be sweet, I'm fucking making pizza, dude. Pizza
Making
roll up,
make it
chicken
Chicken
pot pie
pot pie
roll
roll-ups.
ups.
chicken pot pie roll up,
Chicken pot pie roll ups. I'll get
It's
the
mine.
original.
I'm
award.
calling it.
They're gonna be like, I've literally never seen
we're
this.
like, Cody, nobody else is doing that. You're good,
Yeah.
dude. You can call it all you want.
got it.
You got it.
Trademark.
Dude, y'all can try that. I mean, you don't have to try that, but like,
Now, yeah, the next big thing at Craft is gonna be a chicken pot pie
roll.
croissant.
Hey.
dude, if y'all
Straight
blew
up.
the fuck
Hey,
up,
I'm not gonna lie to you right
Listen.
now. That
I love
sounds
peas.
so good.
Listen.
I love peas.
Me too.
You do.
Me
like
Her whole
fucking
family
too.
does.
Fucking peas.
They put
I
peas
love-
on
Okay, this is a
everything.
bro.
this is a judge of character, but probably you're gonna say yes because you're a chef and like you guys just taste everything. Cilantro, where you at?
I love cilantro.
All right, hold on. Celery, where you at?
I like celery. I think it's such a versatile product.
Mushrooms, where you at?
The leaves.
Yeah.
I like mushrooms too.
Fried
What do
celery
you
leaves,
not
by the
like?
way.
I can't do cilantro though.
Yeah, thank you.
You don't.
What I don't like.
So hold on. You're telling me because you can't even think of something you don't like. You're telling me she could bring you home something literally from anywhere that could be anything, and you're just gonna be like, oh, I like that.
I mean, I'd try it. I don't know that I'd like it.
Word. So what is something that you like? She went to your favorite place and she brought you home something, and you'd be like, fuck.
Ooh.
There's not a fuck thing that you hate.
I feel like there are definitely things that would make you disappointed, but now
Yeah.
I'm blanking on them because there's
Bean
few and far
soup?
between.
Bean soup.
Yeah, I'm not a
slaps.
bean soup.
What?
person.
Do you go to McGuire's?
Ah.
Oh yeah, that's not her favorite either.
That shit's good. Oh, you don't? Do you fucks with meat at all?
With
Oh
what?
yeah,
Meat?
meat. Are you
Yes.
kidding? Kansas girl.
Oh yeah, y'all got
From
barbecue, right?
Kansas. Barbecue, beef,
What is y'all's hot sauce? Is like vinegary, right?
ribeye steak, barbecue. Yeah, it's vinegary based.
I like vinegar based.
Vinegar based.
That shit's
barbecue
nice.
sauce.
Or if you just get a good dry rub on it, you don't even need sauce.
Oh,
If
are
you
you
do
are
it
you a no
right-
sauce gal?
I'm
If
a
you
saucy
do it
girl.
right, you don't need sauce.
So most of the time you're saying you're going no sauce.
If it's done right.
Okay.
Well,
okay.
to be
now,
fair, I don't put
how many
sauce in the
people around
steaks
here
you
do
make
it
me.
correctly
Yeah,
though?
there you go. What
How many
about-
people around here do it correctly though?
Oh, nobody.
What about
Okay, there it is.
Okay, and you
There
don't
it
have to
is.
address this on
There it
podcast. I haven't been to Hotspot. Is that any good?
I've only been to Hotspot once.
I actually, weirdly
I don't know
enough,
if
because
I've
I'm
ever been to Hotspot.
basically
You know what I'm
bred
talking about?
here.
Yeah.
It's next to Water Boys.
You've
They
never
have-
been
We
to
had a
Hotspot?
They have
catered.
the giant things.
I
out
had
front.
one sandwich. The sandwich was super good. So
It's
I
been
don't
around
know
for, like,
anything past
ever.
that.
There's no way they're not good. at
Yeah,
what they
like
do,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sure they're good. I'm sure it's not like, number 2 in the country or anything.
Well, careful.
But like,
They might be.
They're gonna come bring that clip back.
yeah, right. We're about to start
Like,
suing.
oh, yeah?
Some people suck.
We're like, hey, you want to come on? And they're like, yeah, sure.
We get like a cease and
They
desist.
pull out a tablet. A tablet. They're like, you want to check this clip out real quick?
Roll the tape.
Yeah, before we get to moving. No. Yeah, Hotspot. I don't honestly can't remember. If I've been to Hotspot, I was like a kid. Like I went with like my grandma when I was like
It's
5
that old?
or
I
something.
think that's the problem with
been around
growing up in a
forever.
place, though, is that like sometimes
You
you
don't
end
know
up
the local
skipping the scope,
faves.
the like staples.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
it completely. Yeah, for
Did y'all-
sure.
Chet's is gone. Yeah. Did y'all vote with Chet's before it went away?
I don't.
I've only
Never
lived here
even-
for like 8 years.
Chet
Well, that's
seafood.
still a long
What
time.
is Chet?
That is
Some
a
people
really long
haven't
time.
even
That's
been
almost a
alive 8
decade.
years, dude.
Well, I mean, true.
Like I know some I know some young people. You know what I'm saying? Nieces and nephews. My sisters got to work. Okay, so there's a lot of them. There's 12 of them. Okay.
There's 12.
Oh
of them.
man,
Yeah,
that makes me think of
Yeah, Chet seafood. That was an old school joke.
dude, so good.
Chet seafood.
I
I
used
can see
Now
the
that
sign
you're
though.
saying
Was
that-
it like
Yeah.
a blue and white sign?
Fish.
It was on Navy Boulevard, right?
Fish? Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
The original building had like Chet's was written in rope,
Yeah, rope.
even though it wasn't actually
Uh-huh.
rope. It was just graphic, but.
Yeah, we didn't eat like that growing up.
I mean, it was a
Parents didn't like
super
sea-
cheap seafood.
No, my parents
place.
just did like seafood. Like
Oh,
that
wow.
was not.
yeah.
I used to
See,
get
we
their catfish and dip it in the cheese grits.
Mm,
Chips and dip, bro.
Chips and
Yeah.
dip.
Chips and
That's some southern chips and dip right there. Boy.
It is.
That's dirty South chips and dip.
Grits.
Yeah, what
For
is
real.
the?
Girls raised in the South.
That's what they call it in overseas. Yeah, chips or
Oh, fish and chips.
fish and
Fish
chips.
and
That's what
chip.
it was. Yeah, fish and
No.
fish and grits.
Well,
Close enough.
it's kind of good. There, I guess. I'm like, but it's not.
No.
Yeah.
What is your number one food on the planet? You could eat every single day.
What?
Well, I've talked the
You
most.
can answer for me.
Well, for both of us, probably steak.
Yes,
Steak?
Good steak
Yeah.
is my.
Dude, you know what is
Number one.
amazing about steak that he taught
Steak.
me is you could literally do almost nothing to it and it's gonna taste better than when you do like a million things to it.
We just use FM.
You gotta use. You
Yeah.
gotta get a good. But you have to get a good steak. That's the.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
the
yeah.
real
You gotta
thing.
get a good cut.
It's the
of
real
it.
thing.
I don't
If-
mean
if
like
you-
what you do
And
to
I
the
don't
meat
mean, like-
before it is at your table. I mean like how you season it. You don't
Yeah.
have to do much
If
for it
you
to
have a
taste
good
great.
cut of meat.
Yeah, if
that
you have
is
a,
true, yeah.
and that's what, and I think this is the issue with a lot of people is like a lot of people are just used to like having like fucking like Publix steak or whatever or like Walmart steak, and there's
Well,
no
you douse it
flavor.
with A1 and like a well cooked steak. You don't need any sauce on it.
No,
You know, just
Oh,
like
no.
just like ribs.
Bro.
You know, if you cook it right, you don't need sauce.
Yeah,
Really?
and you don't need to
Ribs?
marinate.
Isn't the whole point of
Yes.
ribs sauce?
You don't need to
No.
marinate in Dale's
That's
for
how you
6
cook it.
hours before you put it on the grill. Like, dude,
Yeah.
put salt, pepper, and garlic on that
That's
rig
right.
and fucking.
I also
seal it
wasn't
shut.
Cook it
aware
right.
that you let meat set before you get out.
Oh, yeah, let it
Temper
get
Pull
to
it out,
room
baby.
pull it out of the
10.
fridge.
Temper your
That's
meats.
gonna give you a. That's
Well, I
gonna
mean
give
like
you
after
even
you cook it.
Yeah.
You let it sit. I didn't know
That's
you do
important.
that. I used to just.
Oh,
I'm
let
like,
it rest,
no.
yeah.
this chicken, this turkey, all this shit's dry as fuck. Dude.
Yeah, you gotta
Why?
let it rest.
Yeah,
Cutting
why?
all the juices out of it, you know.
Yeah, he made the juiciest turkey I think it was at your mom's house like years ago. You were doing the egg thing, but I was like, this ain't turkey. I've had turkey.
This ain't it.
This ain't it, dude.
Yeah, I did that. I smoked that turkey last year or this past Thanksgiving too on the back porch. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good
I
time.
don't want a steak though.
Dang.
Is there any
Yeah,
plans
right?
on doing like post pastry food, like after pastries?
What do you mean, like a
Crafts
restaurant?
his whole
Hey, what?
little.
No, I mean like, are you ever gonna grow like obviously you're gonna keep growing with craft, but are you gonna like add on to craft and be like, yo, we're also doing like burgers now?
Oh fuck no.
No, you're never gonna go to like hot or not hot, but you know,
Because
what
we
I'm
get
talking
to assist with
No.
that.
Yeah, with the wholesale program, we're like a little tiny part of several different restaurants, which
Yeah.
is enough
Which
to
is cooler.
fulfill my savory needs.
about.
Gotcha.
Then we have an excuse to go eat there.
Yeah,
Like Union.
for sure.
Yeah.
And then
Oh,
like
yeah.
that's where we
Yeah.
go eat, you know?
So the future of craft, what does that look like? Or are you at like, are you like, you're like as happy as you can be where you're
That's
at
tough.
and
'Cause
just
that-
making the
That's
things
tough in a
better?
'Cause,
post-pandemic world.
Because, short while ago, it was like, oh, we're looking at a commissary kitchen and a second location and this and that. But as we've like moved away from the pandemic of everything, I think all of the food service workers have realized they don't have to work in food service industry anymore. So keeping employees has been a nightmare.
Fucking.
You know,
Dude.
I'm sure you guys are experiencing a lot of that too.
Yeah,
I mean,
I mean,
you guys,
you
he's
left,
one of
yeah.
them.
yeah, you're leaving
Saturday.
That's what I was gonna
you know,
say.
and
Yeah.
you realize like I don't
And
have
we
to
can't
be treated
blame
like
them.
this.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and
It's-
that's so shitty. But I feel like customers have progressively gotten. I don't know if the word is worse, but more
It's
demanding and entitled.
Well, and not
And it-
understanding of.
Yeah.
and it makes it
the
harder
situation
to want to work in food service. when-
100%.
Because
Yeah.
we definitely don't have like a toxic kitchen by any stretch. Like we do our very best to be like very understanding bosses and all that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, it's still really tough job to be in. And so, plus being such a small business, like you can only offer so much, you know, until we grow. Like, and we
So-
bring our people with us, but at the end of the day, like you still have to have it to give.
But
So I feel like a few months ago we were at this point where we were ready to like take some leaps and bounds to the next steps, but we've really had to reel it back in and address like how can we maximize our output in the space that we have.
yeah.
yeah.
Work with what you got.
Yeah. Well, shit. It seems like you guys are doing a pretty damn good job
Yeah.
of that, though.
I mean,
you know.
just tasting the food,
Thank you.
Yeah.
fucking
Kill.
bangers, dude.
Yeah.
Can't wait to
try
have
the
the-
maple bacon pole
Yeah,
pie.
you're gonna.
I can't wait.
I can guarantee we're gonna get a text later being
Yeah.
like, "What the fuck?"
I'm like, I just woke
We'll
up.
be
There
there
was all
tomorrow
of-
for some more of those.
Well, we're gonna let you guys get out of here, and we can't thank you enough for coming on.
Yeah,
But
thanks,
is there
man.
anything you want to
Of course.
shout out, like events coming up, or like your page, or like location, website, anything like that?
Oh, snap.
All the things.
Always looking at me.
Follow Craft Bakery Pensacola.
Mm-hmm. If you're in the market to work at a rad place, we're hiring.
And what they offer, dude, like even if like pay or hours aren't like ridiculous, they're offering you like an ability to learn something as well.
Well, and that's the thing is we're looking for
Like-
people who really want to grow and really want
Yeah.
a career and really want a good crew
Yeah.
for sure.
Word.
We're here for that.
Heck yeah.
Hell
Thanks,
yeah.
y'all.
Thank you guys for coming. We really
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Of
And thank you for bringing the sweets.
Yeah.
By the
Yeah.
way, that's super sick.
I'm only on a diet, but that's okay.
It's
Sorry
fine.
we ate
I'm
two
not.
of the things
So
we brought.
what's up, baby? Well, hell yeah. Thank you guys so much. We
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Of course.
All right. Well, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. We're getting the fuck up out of here. We love you. Yee yee.
Yeah.